These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. You know what's really terrifying? That unfinished college degree lurking in the background, just sitting there, waiting for you. That's where Southern New Hampshire University comes in. With flexible online degree programs, there's no commuting, no rigid schedule, and no more excuses. Plus, they have some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to learn more before your degree becomes just another story about what could have been. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And I am Jon Lee Brody.
And this is a special Listener Tales edition of Morbid with one of our fantastic Morbid Network hosts, Jon Lee Brody of That Was Pretty Scary.
Thanks for being here, Jon.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me as a proud weirdo of, first of all, happy 5-year anniversary of the Morbid podcast, because I've been a proud weirdo for those 5 years, and it's the wood anniversary. So wouldn't it be nice if we get 5 more years?
Yeah.
Someone else wants to say hi. Hold on.
Shelby is about to make an appearance and I'm going to lose my mind.
Where is Shelby?
Oh my God, look at that corgi.
Baby.
Who is that?
Shelby.
Shelby.
Is she feeling so much better?
She is feeling better, and I think she wants to take her nap right now. She's like, wait.
She's like, I'm not working right now.
She's like, Dad, I'm not a show pony.
All right, I'm going to do my show.
Bye, Shelby.
I love Shelby.
She
so
knew.
beautiful.
She must have known. She heard y'all's voices, because she hears y'all's voices all the time, because I always have the podcast on. So she's like, wait a minute. Are they here? What's going on?
That.
New friends?
I love it. She is so
like,
cute.
I know them.
Why do they sound familiar?
I know. Well, this is special because it's the 5-year anniversary month, and you're our special guest of the month.
I love that. And it's also
deal.
AAPI Heritage Month, and it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
So it's a lot of, we got the trifecta going on, and it's very exciting. And it's crazy because I feel like I've known you two. Well, I have known you two for 5 years, but now we actually know each other. We're working together, and it's a very special dynamic. And it's it's all, to have it all kind of culminate here is very, very special.
It is. This is really fun. We're really excited for this. And I know everybody has been obsessed with That Was Pretty Scary,
People are loving it.
including me.
And me.
I'm so glad to hear that. Well, we got a long road ahead, and we'll get to our 5-year anniversary for that in good time. And also there was a really positive response to my Instagram little mini deep dive. So I'll be doing more of those. To anyone who is enjoying that, there will be more of those coming. I think one will be coming this week. So there should be more good stuff. I'm glad people like it. We certainly love doing it, and we love working with y'all, and we love all our listeners too.
We're so happy to have you.
And I love those deep dives. They're so fun.
Those are huge.
There's more. Trust me.
I'm excited.
That might be a longer list than our list of horror movies, honestly. 'Cause, I'm the person that's always looking at those little details, and I like to just shine a light on those things so that people go, oh, wait, yeah. It's not just a happy accident that's happening. There may be a calculated move in terms of why that's there.
I think that's awesome.
Get the inside scoop.
Yeah, and I think what works with your show is that it's like such good perspectives. Like it's a different perspective than just talk. Like even like we have Scream, and it's just like us three idiots talking about horror movies. But it's like it's fun.
We have no insight whatsoever.
Like, that's fun, but like it's really fun to hear it from like professionals on either side of the situation. So I think it's like a brilliant idea for a show.
Oh, thank you. Well, and it's a lot thanks to you for going for the idea, because I know Freddie, it was on a random general meeting because y'all have the same manager. And then he called me and said, hey, I think we got this horror podcast idea is going to go in a different way. I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Like,
and,
all right. Slug for the ride.
Yeah. And Freddie's my big brother. And so to work with someone that you're really close with, like you two are, obviously best friends and everything. That's Freddie and myself. And he came up in the industry a lot sooner than I did. When he was doing She's All That, I was in junior high. So,
Same.
yeah, you know what I mean? And every guy wanted to be Zach Seiler in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And none of us succeeded. I didn't at least, but maybe a couple did.
No, you guys are like the sweetest. Freddie, that really was what it was. We had like a random meeting with him, and we were like, he is so kind.
The kindest.
And so nice.
And it was just such a good idea.
And
we were like, how do we not jump on this?
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad you did, and I'm glad we're here, and I'm honored to be here for Listener Tales and to be part of the flagship, the mothership podcast of the Morbid Network.
Yes. And we heard you have a tale to start us off with.
Yes. So this is for my good friends back home in Palatine, Illinois. Shout out to all my friends who I went to Friend High School with, even the ones that made fun of me, who are now pretending to be my friend because like they love Morbid, but whatever.
Oh my God, I love it.
You gave me so much street cred with the people back in the day that gave me a hard time. It's
amazing.
It's funny how life
Good,
works.
I'm glad.
Screw them.
Exactly. But keep listening and subscribing to Morbid.
There you go.
Exactly. Yes, please do.
Keep on keeping that going. So there are these two haunted roads in Barrington, Illinois, which is about 15 minutes away from my hometown of Palatine, Illinois. And the origin stories are a little murky. They kind of vary a little bit. It's like the Joker in The Dark Knight. He keeps telling a different origin story of how he got his scars. So we don't exactly know when this originated, but there's a road called Cuba Road, which leads to this cemetery called the White Cemetery. So this does go back to the 1800s, and whether White Cemetery means whites only or not, I don't know.
It could be.
I don't know if I really want to go there.
That era.
But considering there was a very heavy mafia and gangster influence in Chicago, we're talking the Al Capones and the John Dillingers. I'm guessing that might have had something to do with it, or maybe that's where they bury their victims or whatever. So Cuba Road is known to be a haunted road, which leads to this cemetery. It intersects with this other road called Rainbow Road, which leads to this secluded house, which apparently back in the day was this prominent, like Scrooge McDuck's house, Richie Rich's house. It was a symbol of this wealth that you would never, ever in your wildest dreams get. And the rumor is now that at one point it was actually an insane asylum, and the building was abandoned. There's a rumor that there was a house on Cuba Road that burned down years ago, and the ghost of the woman who lived there is still there and looking over the land. And apparently gets angry if you try to get out and see where the house was.
She's like, get off my lawn.
Yeah, I think she's the OG of get off my lawn.
I love that.
So maybe that's why she's so angry, because people are using her phrase and not giving her royalties, which that that does play into the WGA strike. So maybe our old lady on the Cuba Road is the OG of fair practices and fair pay.
Topical. We support
Yeah,
her.
maybe that's all she wanted.
We support
Well,
her.
my whole interpretation of ghosts is we tend to think that every ghost is going to be evil because we have like Ghostbusters. We think The Exorcist, and that's just how they're portrayed on screen. But there's also Casper the Friendly Ghost, who just tragically died as a kid and is just lingering in Whipstaff. I'm going off of the Casper movie that came out in the 90s.
It's my favorite.
Christina Ricci.
Yeah,
Forever.
with the human version being Devon Sawa, and every guy was jealous of Devon Sawa because it's like, wait, every girl likes Devon Sawa. I don't look like Devon Sawa. There's no hope for me.
It was the haircut.
And shout out to Devon Sawa. Anyways, I digress.
It was.
By the time we all got our driver's licenses, the rite of passage was you have to drive Cuba Road because that's the urban legend we grew up with.
Oh,
And
that's so fun.
you're
I
really,
love this.
if you're really a tough guy, if you're really a manly man, because remember, this is the late 90s, early 2000s, where people still talk like that.
Yep.
If you're really a man, you're going to drive down Cuba Road. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't know how
How that correlates,
anatomy,
I don't know. But
I was like, I don't know how my anatomy and like this, I don't know how this ties into the science of whether I'm a male or not, but okay, well, let me just go with this because it's high school. We want to be cool.
yeah.
And I remember it was me, my best friend growing up, Chris Ryerson. So shout out to Chris Ryerson, who,
Shout out Chris.
funny enough, is a teacher in Barrington now. And
Oh, wow.
I was texting him last night. I'm like, hey man, do you remember when we drove Cuba Road with shout out to, I think it was our friends Lauren, Jackie, and Kana. And I think we were trying to impress them to show them like how brave we were on Cuba Road.
This is amazing
And-
already.
It's taking me
Oh
back,
my
though.
God.
It's
It
got a
is.
nostalgic feel to it.
It does.
And it's taking me back the more I speak out loud about it. It's funny how memories work. They're pretty dormant in our brain, but the moment you bring it up, you're like, oh wow, like the whole flash of memories come
The
back.
details
You
just
can
roll in.
Yeah, you can like smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was our other friend, Pat, who was also in the car. So Pat's the friend who, you know, you have the asshole friend who, but they're your asshole, so it's okay.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
That was Pat.
absolutely.
And
There's always one.
I'm leaving his last name out because he's a college basketball coach, so I don't want to get him in any trouble.
that he's the asshole friend.
But you know, Pat, you know who you are. You know I love you, but you are an asshole. But you are an asshole.
We feel that.
Yes. So we're driving down Cuba, like, all right, we're gonna do this thing, and like, guys, we gotta play it cool. We gotta be cool. I don't know how to play it cool now, like, let alone at the age of 16, 17, 18. Like,
Right.
what am I doing? But whatever, they do it on TV. How hard can it be? So we're driving down Cuba Road, and right away, and this is something we always heard about, there's these little white and green orbs of light that this isn't just reflecting from our headlights or anything. These things are like following us. They're like kind of surrounding the car. And like this is, and there's no street lights on Cuba Road. So, we don't know
So you're like,
to
what
attribute
is
this to.
You're like, this
Yeah,
is not
so
a
we're like,
reflection.
this defies science.
And all it took was one of the girls to say, oh my God, do you see that? And then all of a sudden, once they said that and we saw that, we couldn't unsee it. And then all of a sudden in my mind, I'm like, uh-oh, wait, maybe this isn't just an urban legend. Like,
I don't
is
wanna
this
be
how my
here.
story ends? Like, do I never like get to be Zach Seiler and she's all that? Like, do I never, like, no hope, like I wasn't going to be prom king anyway, but there was at least a chance if I was alive, what's going to happen? And so now I'm like, I'm driving in my mom's Volvo 850, which she still has to this day because
Incredible.
we're
Hell yeah.
Korean. We don't get rid of anything. So it just sits in our garage.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to my mom who is the real superhero, and with Mother's Day coming up,
Aw.
aka Superheroes Day, she for sure is that. But we're in my mom's Volvo, and we're listening to like DMX or whatever is
Yes.
on there. Mix
Ash
CDs
is like, I'm
everybody.
there with you.
I am literally there.
All of a sudden, Party Up was not as an upbeat tune as it was as we're tuning as we're
Change,
turning on the
change.
It
Cuba Road.
became ominous.
Oh yes, and then again, you hear of DMX's backstory, so maybe that's all on
That's
brand.
true.
Also
with
ominous.
everything. It was being foretelling of the news we're going to get about DMX years from then. So we're seeing these orbs of light, and then we're getting to the cemetery, and I swear I saw a car turn into the cemetery. I'm like, oh, that's weird. People are here at night, and we go down there. There's no car. Now, I swear to you, this would happen. I'm like, okay, you all saw that, right? Like, yeah, there was a car. I'm like, yeah, we saw like some car pull into the cemetery, which one, that's I think a red flag when
Yeah.
we're there at 8 o'clock. It's pitch black
Sure
on
is.
this you know, I think maybe, I don't think it's an unincorporated road, but it certainly felt that way. And so we get to the cemetery, we don't see anything, but we still see the orbs of light. And this is before you could just get on your smartphone and Google stuff. We couldn't film anything because we didn't have that capability unless I took my dad's like JVC video camera and made a mini movie out of it,
Had a real steady
which
hand.
I did, just not at
I
Cuba
did that
Road.
all the time.
Yeah, and I used to edit on 2 VCRs and everything.
Yes.
That was my start in filmmaking.
Yes.
But for some reason today we didn't bring the camera gear because we didn't think we needed it. And then Pat, being Pat, was like, I'm gonna go into the cemetery and just look myself. Like, what are you talking about? Going to the cemetery? Like, we agreed we'd stay in the car. Like, it was becoming like a bad action movie of the 80s. It's like, no, like, don't you know what, like in Last Action Hero, don't you know what happens when the partner goes with? He always gets killed. Like, you gotta stay in the car.
You know what though?
And
Classic Pat.
It is classic Pat.
Yeah, he was on a different mission to really prove like, oh,
Hell
I'm
yeah, he
the
was.
alpha of this group.
Yeah.
And sure, Pat. Whatever you need to tell you. I love you, but sure.
Sure, Jan.
So he's like, he gets out of the car, and we're like, Chris and I are looking at each other like, we're gonna have to go with him, but we also can't leave everybody here. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. He takes 2 steps out of the car, and it was like, before Jordan Peele even had the idea for this, basically we see Pat go, nope, he gets back in the car. He doesn't even go there. And that was kind of the end of that. But then we remember there's Rainbow Road. And we said, okay, but if we're here, we got to check out Rainbow Road. And which is crazy to me, because at this point, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little creeped out.
Oh,
because
yeah.
as much as people want to say there's no such thing as ghosts, like you can't definitively prove that there are or there aren't. That's my interpretation of it. Unless you can conclusively prove, just like we can prove 2 + 2 = 4, that you can prove there are or are not ghosts, I'm open to all possibilities. That's always how my brain's worked.
Yeah.
So that's my thinking. I'm like, look, first of all, my curfew is like 11:30. So
Getting paid twice a month doesn't mean money is scarce. It just feels that way. That feeling makes you do weird stuff, like putting things on a card you didn't need to. Earnin removes that feeling. With Earnin, you can access up to $150 per day of money you've already earned, plus up to $1,000 between paychecks. Standard transfers take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees, and expedited transfers start at $3.99 and cap at $5.99. 5 million people are already on it, and honestly, it's wild it didn't exist sooner. Download Earnin on the App Store or Google Play, spelled like earning money without the G. Type in Morbid under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Expedited transfers available for a fee. Tips are voluntary and don't affect the service. Available in select states. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
it's now too late.
I need to get this Volvo back.
Gotta
Hell
impress
hath no
these
fury
girls
like a
and get
very-
out of here.
Hell hath no fury like a worried Korean mom wondering where her son is on a Saturday night, and let alone if she knew we were on some haunted road in Barrington doing whatever
And
we're
you've got
doing.
her Volvo.
Yeah, I have her
So-
Volvo 850, the same
Yeah.
car that Sally Field drove in Mrs. Doubtfire, just
Hell
in
yeah.
white instead of red.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, it's to give you a
Yep.
visual
You
of,
just-
of what
that
kind of
just-
car it was.
That was perfect.
visual.
It took you right there back
really
in
did.
1994 in 20th Century Fox. So shout out to Mrs. Doubtfire and Sally Field. So we're like, all right, well, we're here. I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, okay, it's 10:30. I got another hour before I got to get everybody home and meet my curfew. Because I legitimately was that kid who would get grounded and wouldn't be able to go out the next weekend if I was there like a minute later than my curfew.
Oh, yeah.
So like, oh, I heard there's an insane asylum on Rainbow Road. Okay, all right. So we drive down there. I swear I heard police lights. So I'm like, okay, like maybe the police are shutting it down because too many people go there and they just want to usher people out. Or maybe people who actually live there on Cuba Road were like, man, fuck these guys that are trying to look around all the time. It's like, I'm just trying to live our life here. Like maybe there's nothing wrong. So like we're like looking around. I swear we saw police lights and sirens. We get down further, there's nothing there.
What the fuck?
So I'm like, okay, this is strange again. So like, well, which way do we go to this insane asylum? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? It was your idea. Like, I just want to do Cuba Road. You want to do Rainbow Road now? What's going on? I don't know why my voice is so high now, but this is what happens when I'm scared. And like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm pretty sure I did speak in that sort of tone, but also not trying to show that I was that scared. So we're turning right. We don't see it. We're in like pitch black. And now I'm going from scared to kind of being like pissed. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like it was enough to do Cuba. You had to just take it too far. Now we got to go here. We look down the other side and we do see just this iron gate. And I'm like, okay, I think we found it. And it's this really ominous and dark, long driveway right out of a Tim Burton movie. Except not as welcoming. It's like
not
Tim
as
Burton
fun.
movies, as creepy as they are. They're like, you still like, I want to go there.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a jauntiness to it.
This was like bizarro Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
where it's like, no.
a level below Tim Burton.
It's like, you shall not go and you shall not pass was basically the thing here. Pat once again is like, oh my God, is that it? Like, we should hop the fence. We should do this. I'm like, where are you? Like, who?
God damn
like,
it, Pat.
Why are you giving the ideas here?
Who brought you here? Oh, wait, it was me.
Oh, wait, it was me because you're our asshole friend. Again, I love you, Pat, but still, it's going to be the running joke that every time I come on, we'll do a shout out to my asshole
Shout
friend,
out to
Pat.
asshole Pat.
Yeah, shout out to asshole Pat.
I'm here for it.
So we see that and like, so we all like actually make a choice like, okay, let's all get out of the, if someone's going to get out of the car, we all get out of the car. It's like all for one for all. We got to let's do this. So we get pretty close to this like iron gate. And then I swear, like we saw like headlights coming towards us. Like, oh, no. Like this could be a ghost car. This could be this. So we never got too far into exploring what the house could be or what it isn't. There are legends that say some people have hopped the gate and they actually get into the abandoned ruins of the house and they make it down to the basement where apparently I have no way to confirm this or deny it. So I'm just going to state that this is what I've heard. So I'm not saying this is a fact to anybody listening, but apparently if you make it to the basement of this supposed abandoned insane asylum, there's like bloody pentagrams painted on the floor and stuff like that. And then I remember the mob backstory of Chicago because John Dillinger and Al Capone used to always come up to the north suburbs to escape Chicago a little bit for a little R&R or whatever. But it's also very possible that they could have used this abandoned place to hide some of the dead bodies.
100%.
You know what I mean? And so that's where my brain goes now. Back then, it's like, dude, I gotta get home for curfew. It's the only thing that mattered. And I don't want to look like a wuss in front of these girls because that was so important to me. So once we saw the headlights, we're just all like, okay, guys, we got to go. Like, because if the cops get us, like, we're all screwed. And we were all like athletes and we all had stuff to do. And like, if we all got in trouble, that actually would be pretty dire consequences for school. And me, I'm terrified of what would happen if I got in trouble with I'd be more afraid of my mom than the police. Let's just do that. So I was like, I would have been safer in jail.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want to even play with this.
Exactly. So that was my personal tale of Cuba and Rainbow Road. And that we went a couple other times and the other times weren't as intense as the first time because you're going in, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You've heard people tell you stories, but I swear those orbs, everyone I've talked to that's been there, they say the same thing. The orbs like surround your car and they follow you. They're not just light refractions, and I'm not an expert in physics or anything, but again, there's no street lights. Where were these orbs
Where are they
come
coming
from? And so there's a belief that these are the spirits of Cuba Road kind of being guardians. And I would hope that they're just nice ghosts and they're hoping that you're not going to kill anybody else. So
that's
I'm
what
like,
I was kind of thinking, that they were like surrounding your car to be like, hey, you should go back. Like,
Turn
don't
back
go
now.
Don't go this way.
It was the Devon Sawa Casper basically saying like, if you don't go, I can't keep you.
I was just gonna say, saying, can I keep you?
Oh,
They
that
just
one
surround your
line.
car. That one line
Yeah,
changed
so-
everything for everybody
Everything.
for a whole generation.
Yeah, and you know, it's and it can only be said by Devon Sawa
Yes.
circa the 90s.
Yeah.
If I try to say that,
If any man tried to say that,
It's a wrap.
it would be like, oof, this turned into a horror movie.
Devon Sawa right then. Let's go. Absolutely, you can keep me.
yeah, it's up there with my favorite line deliveries of all time. It's up there with Back to the Future 3 when Marty McFly just has this realization about being called chicken, and he just looks at Mad Dog Tanning and goes, "He's an asshole." You know? So it's like it's up there with it's
It
on
really
par
is.
with that in terms of such iconic line delivery. So that was my personal tale of Cuba Road
Damn.
and Rainbow Road. So to be a 17, 18-year-old kid who's, you know, just first of all trying to figure out who the fuck he is as a person, which I really haven't figured out. I mean, it's really in recent years I figured that out, but trying to look cool in front of these girls with your friend, also trying not to be the wuss of the group sort of thing. Not that I think I am, but look, when you're dealing with the supernatural, anything goes. You don't know what's going to happen.
I was going to
And,
say.
I'm not trying to mess with that.
No.
No way.
So yeah, and I did put a thing out on my Facebook last night to any of my hometown friends if they had any stories they wanted to tell me that may have been
Ooh.
intense, and I would love to share a couple with you if you would love to
Yes,
listen
Please
to
do.
them. So this first one is from Kristen Koenig. So shout out to you, Kristen Koenig, who actually she actually planned our 20-year reunion last year.
Oh, damn.
So shout out to you, Kristen, for doing that. I don't
Shout
know
out to
why you got
Kristen.
tasked with such a thankless job.
Yeah, I was going to
but
say, damn.
appreciate you. So she wrote this on my Facebook. I drove along Cuba past the old cemetery and saw the floating orb of light that follows you. Also got lost searching Rainbow Road for the asylum, traveled along a creepy little side road that turned out to be someone's driveway. Once we realized and tried to turn around, a man burst out of his house with a shotgun and scared the shit out of us.
What? Okay.
And then she also mentioned that there is also an urban legend that if you stop on the train tracks and honk your horns 3 times, a ghost train will come.
I love those kind of urban legends.
Those are the most
Yes.
fun.
Yep.
We never found the train track, and we did look another time, but we never found that. And maybe I probably should have just gone there during the daytime to get a geography if I was smart back then, but that's just not what happened. And Kristen B. Schammel said, a bunch of my friends and I drove there way back in our day, late in the fall, and we saw a faint green light, not orbs, more like Aurora Borealis style green light
Ooh.
emanating from that graveyard. A couple of the guys got out and went in with a flashlight to see what was going on because they thought someone was pranking or left glow sticks out there, but came back after a few minutes with no answers. But both were freaked out because one of them was sure someone tapped them lightly on the shoulder. He whipped
Ooh.
around and no one was there. And our other friend, parentheses, flashlight guy, wasn't close enough to have done it. To this day, they still get quiet and uncomfortable when we talk about it.
Ooh.
That
Yeah,
gave me the
and-
chilly willies.
Yeah, they got
Right?
touched.
Yeah.
And so it's fun to first of all hear from people that I haven't heard from in a long time, and some of the others share with me that they heard those same urban legends and nothing really happened. But for every one of those, there's those other stories, like from the 2 Kristens. I didn't even put that
I
together
know, I
till
was
now.
going to say.
That it's a wild thing, and I think that's the sort of stuff is fun, and you know, but also I'm glad I'm in the comfort of my own home, and it's just it's a big enigma, and I kind of hope that they make a movie out of it. Maybe I gotta make that movie. And,
Yes.
Oh, you should.
You must.
I was thinking it could be you ever seen the Kurosawa movie Rashomon?
I have
No,
not.
but I've heard of it.
So Rashomon in a
Mhm.
nutshell is basically a singular event, but from different perspectives, and how our perspectives can make the story a little different with the same result, but the journey getting there is different.
Ooh, that would
So I
be a
figured
good way to go about
because-
it.
Yeah. So I figured because there's so many different stories and different interpretations, I think that's how you structure the movie. It's just maybe these different tales almost, and all gets juxtaposed, almost Pulp Fiction style, culminating into like
Yes.
Cuba Road and what the singular thing happening there and what everybody thinks they saw or didn't see.
Oh, that would be so
just-
cool.
I want to see that.
And then we can complement that with a Morbid episode with a deeper dive into Cuba Road. You know what I mean? So it's just
Yes.
cross promoting.
All right.
I think we have a game plan, guys.
TM.
Oh yeah.
TM, TM, TM.
That's ours.
Don't take it.
So thank you for
I
letting me
love
share my
that.
story of Cupid Road. This is it's taking me back to my teen years.
I love
which is
that.
quite a bit ago. Yeah.
No,
I
that was a
like-
good one. Thank you for sharing.
I like the Aurora Borealis green coming out of the graveyard. I could like picture that immediately. I was like, ooh, I want
I
to go
know.
in there.
I want to go to those ruins now and see the pentagrams and shit.
I know.
Maybe a field trip.
I
Yes.
was just going to say field trip.
I would love to host you both in my hometown because we'll do the Cupid Road thing, but also there's Spunky Dunkers, which is the only place I get donuts. It's in my hometown of Palatine.
Ooh.
That's sold it right
We
there.
love a
as far as
donut.
I'm concerned.
Or several.
And my cousin Natalie is like the head of marketing for Lou Malnati's Pizza. So we'll get some deep dish pizzas thrown our way as well. So I would love to host you two in my hometown, and it'd be cool to just do like a little side quest with the Morbid girls.
Hell yes.
See, you just got a double hell yeah
Yeah,
unplanned.
you did.
Oh my god.
Send us dates.
Yep. let's
Hashtag
go.
made it.
Our people will call your people. Let's make this happen.
It's
All
happening.
right.
It is absolutely happening.
Oh, now
And
I want
Shelby will
deep
join
dish.
us too. We'll have
Yes.
Shelby part of the adventures as well. So
Absolutely.
it'll be a great thing.
Shelby is part of the squad as far as I'm
Oh, yeah.
concerned.
Hell yeah. That's our girl right there.
Well, should we go on to some random listener tales?
Hell yeah, brother.
We'll
you
tell
wanna
you
start
some
us
tales.
off?
Yeah, I love that.
All right, so the one I'm going to start off with is called Boogeyman Birdie and the Haunting of Room 118
Obsessed.
by Sarah.
Brought to you by
Sarah. It says, "What's up, you wonderful weirdos? My name is Sarah, spelled the correct way with no extraneous consonants. Little winky face. I love the pod and have been skipping around the episodes for the last several months. I've never been much into the true crime genre, but decided to give it a go when your podcast was recommended to me by a coworker. I love spooky shit, but tend to gravitate more towards ghost stories and paranormal type things, rather than true crime, because honestly, the real life shit is way more terrifying because real life or real death.
Accurate.
And it freaks me out. I don't always have nightmares, but when I do, it's the kind where you can't distinguish between dreaming and being awake. Yes, I said that like the world's most interesting man from the Dos Equis commercials. Stay spooky, my friends.
Will do.
Anyway, I've been listening for a while, but the heebie-jeebies got the better of me, and I had to take a break after having a nightmare involving Richard Ramirez. Ooh, that's right. The Night Stalker decided to stalk his way into my dreams one night recently and proceeded to chase me through the halls and classrooms of the high school where I currently teach. I don't love that for you. Being a teacher in these times is scary enough. I don't need some psycho killer thrown into the mix. Sheesh. And you are right. Being a teacher is scary enough now. And we appreciate you. They don't pay me enough to deal with that level of bullshit.
This part of the show is brought to you by Anua, the Korean skincare brand known for scientific, gentle, yet effective formulations. The latest from Anua is the Retinol Collagen Gua Sha Cream, a firming cream with a gua sha-shaped tip built right in. Have you guys heard of gua sha? It's that viral massage tool that moves fluid and tension out of your face. Less puffiness, a snatched jawline, honey, more definition in your face. Retinol firms and reduces fine lines, and collagen keeps your skin plump and structured. This cream has both of those things, arguably the most optimal combo for that snatched, lifted look all in one step. I am obsessed with the Gua Sha cream. First of all, it feels so cool to the touch. When you put that on your face, it's just like, this is lovely. It's like a little spa treatment that you can give yourself. I like to do mine at night after I get out of the shower. I rub the cream on my face with the little gua sha. I'm sculpting that jawline, honey. I got it on the cheekbones. And actually, I had a facial the other day, and the lady doing my facial, the professional, she said, "Do you use a gua sha at home?" And I said, "I do." And I said, "How did you know that?" And she said, "I didn't have those little like bumps in my chin or like different areas like that." So she could tell that I was using the gua sha. And I said, "Oh my God." I just feel like I wake up less puffy in the morning when I do it the night before. But you can do it whenever you want to. I, 10 out of 10, recommend this product. The Anua Gua Sha Cream value set is available at anua.com, already discounted. Use code MORBID for an extra 10% off. That's ANUA.com, code MORBID. The Sherwin-Williams summer sale is here. Get 30% off select paints and stains or 35% off their newest product, Emerald Symmetry, July 17th through the 27th. Whether you're looking to refresh your interior or your exterior, they've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
And you would think that the terror would stop there, but plot twist. My mother decides to make an appearance in the scholastic hellscape my subconscious has so elegantly designed, and is waiting in my classroom to convince me to sit down with Mr. Ramirez for a nice chat because he is, and I quote, a lovely young man. Excuse me while I schedule an emergency session with my therapist because I feel like there's a lot to unpack here. So needless to say, I stepped away from the pod for all of about 24 hours. What can I say? Y'all are just too good at what you do.
Thanks.
No need to fully hold on to your butts, but maybe make sure they are secure in case we encounter any turbulence. I'm quite proud of the fact that I've lived most of my life free from supernatural encounters. It's somewhat of an achievement considering I grew up in uber-rural Georgia and spent a few years of my young life involved in a Pentecostal church where belief in the supernatural is very real. Think speaking in tongues, spirit possession, all that sort of carrying on. Anywho, after graduating high school in way back times, 2006.
That's vintage.
I'm 2004, so.
2002.
There you go.
2014.
Oof. Stabbed right in the chest. I attended Carson Newman College in another rural town in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Which one is it?
I think we've been told more often that it's Appalachian.
I'm going to go with that. Because I think that is, Appalachian. I had a softball scholarship, not super relevant except to denote my tough girl status into late-blooming lesbianhood and subsequent detachment from my ultra-conservative religious upbringing. Shrug. All female athletes were housed in Butler Hall, named for the late Bertie Maples Butler. It's a grandiose 3-story brick dormitory, complete with classical Grecian facade. Ooh, that sounds beautiful.
That does. I was just thinking that.
And in the lobby of the dorm hung Bertie's portrait. See the first attached image, and they put an image of him. Note the creep factor of the eyes.
Bertie is a woman.
Or I meant her, sorry. So old Bert, there she is.
There's Bertie.
Very regal Bertie.
Gorgeous, gorgeous girly.
So old Bert, a former graduate and faculty member of the college, had made a sizable contribution towards the construction of the dormitory in the early 50s, apparently bestowing a ludicrous amount of cash to an institute of higher learning is enough to get your name on a building, but not enough to have a say in the location of said building, because the brilliant minds behind the construction decided it was a fine idea to plop a girls' dormitory in the front yard of an old-as-fuck cemetery.
Uh-oh.
Sidebar, it is not a fine idea. Sidebar. I'm still convinced there are graves under the foundation of the dorm. Sidebar. The threat of dead bodies didn't deter my friends and me from sledding down the cemetery hill behind the dorm on cafeteria trays.
Oh my God.
Also, the dorm shares a property line with an abandoned hospital. Insert heebie-jeebies. So when I moved into Butler Hall my freshman year, I managed to snag a sweet suite on the first floor of the east wing of the building, room 118. Most residents lived on the east wing floors because the west halls were always vacant, and we were told a myriad of reasons why. Mold, electrical issues, plumbing problems, hauntings, etc. I love that it goes from mold, electrical, plumbing, hauntings, like just
what have you.
Throw that in there. Well, naturally, the little asterisk about hauntings caught my attention. And after some light reading through the annals of the college's history, I discovered that many of these stories that cropped up over the decades featured the ghost of the one and only Bertie Maples Butler.
Gasp.
But it really wasn't too big a deal because no one lived in those halls, right? Well, sort of. A few years before I arrived, a fraternity on campus had managed to obtain permission to host an annual haunted house in those abandoned halls of Butler dorm. That was actually quite surprising because Carson Newman is a conservative Baptist school, and this particular haunted house, dubbed Frightmare Manor, was not some lighthearted, cheap-ass carnival funhouse. I'm talking scenes of demonic conjuring, dismemberment, gore in abundance, chicken gizzards and livers.
Ugh.
Sign a waiver type haunted house. Damn.
That's wild.
Complete with gallons of rather tasty, albeit realistic fake blood, concocted from Hershey's syrup, peanut butter for texture, corn syrup, and red food dye. That's interesting.
Sounds like a good combo.
We smelled like Reese's cups for weeks. I say we because as soon as I heard about the open cast call, I decided to participate as an actor in The Haunt, and it was totally rad, or whatever the youths are saying these days.
I think they still say rad.
I still say rad. So
That's rad.
that's rad, right?
I think that's rad.
I think it's
so.
rad. Every weekend in October, in the entire week of Halloween, residents of Butler Hall were serenaded with screaming, wailing, chainsaws, and other spooky sounds that emitted from the rooms of the West Wing, from the basement to the second floor. That sounds awesome.
Sounds rad.
Sounds fucking rad. Aside from the general creepiness of the scenes in The Haunt, there always seemed to be a presence that most of the actors, myself included, were aware of. Like something was watching us from just beyond the next shadow, and occasionally we would catch drafts of icy wind blowing down the corridors, despite the fact that the AC units on that side of the building had not worked in years. Yep, you bet I noped my Reese's cup ass right out of there as soon as the haunt closed for the night. Heebies and jeebies galore. I thought for sure I'd be rid of those heebie-jeebies once the haunting season ended, and I went back to my comfy heebie-jeebie free zone on the East Hall. Nice wish, you naive child. I didn't say that, she did. That Christmas, in keeping with the spirit of the season, I decided to help decorate the lobby of the dorm. Remember the creepy portrait of dear sweet Birdie? Yeah, I hadn't forgotten her either. And after a night of good, wholesome Baptist college beer pong, my jolly inebriated self thought, this old lady looks a little too Scroogey. Let's deck her halls.
Uh-oh.
So I promptly cut out a quick Santa Claus hat and beard and taped that shit to the glass with the confidence of Pablo motherfucking Picasso. Had iPhones existed at the time, you best believe I would have plastered my handiwork all over the gram. I stumbled my way back to my room, pleased as could be and filled with, dare I say, Christmas spirit, and promptly passed the fuck out. We only had a few weeks left before Christmas break, and every time I walked past Birdie's portrait, I got a good laugh at the ridiculous decorations. But that was the wrong thing to do.
I had a feeling.
I don't think Birdie's gonna like this.
You don't loll at Birdie, okay?
No, Birdie just has that vibe that you don't loll at Birdie.
No.
About 3 weeks after my little craft capade, the spooky started. The portrait looked something like the second image after I added my festive decor. I can't talk. Here's the second one.
Birdie Santa Claus edition.
Mind you, I didn't have a roommate at the time because the girl who had been my roomie got a promotion to RA on the second floor and moved out, which fist pump the air. Heck yeah, I'll take the solo room. That's going to be sweet. Bwahaha. Oh, my sweet, innocent summer self, shaking my head. That night, upon the stroke of, you guessed it, 3 a.m.
Dun dun dun.
I was rudely awakened by distorted, muffled screams coming from the massive 20-inch box TV on my dresser. The same massive 20-inch TV that I had turned off prior to going to bed, and whose remote control rested peacefully on my desk 5 or 6 feet away from the bed, where I sat now rigid and heart-racing, confused as fuck. The white static illuminated the room just enough for me to see my way over to the desk and retrieve the remote to turn the TV back off. It took a few minutes, but I managed to fall back asleep, still too disoriented to think clearly about the incident. So she just woke up to like blood-curdling screams and static on her TV, and she was like, okay. See you later.
A good night's rest is important.
I guess so. All right. Sarah.
Priorities, man.
Yeah.
Priorities.
You know, everybody's got them.
Sarah's a tougher chick than I.
I would have burned my house down.
And I also played softball. I can't claim to be that tough.
I played softball, but
Is this
I
actually
was not
like,
good.
this is Sarah Connor from Terminator, basically? This sounds really badass.
That would make more sense here.
Yeah.
This is.
It took a few minutes, but I managed to fall back asleep, too disoriented, of course. 3 weeks passed with no further disruptions, and I thought it had merely been a fluke until it happened again. Same time, 3 a.m. Same shit. TV turning on to static and muffled screaming. I don't
Fuck
like that. Only this time, the closet light was on. No. Now, I'm someone who requires complete darkness to go to sleep because ADHD be fucking around when there's any kind of illumination. Dumb. So I don't sleep with any kind of light on, and the closet was on the opposite side of the room from my bed, and again, the TV remote was on the desk. This time, I managed to gain some modicum of mental coherence to weakly vocalize, what the actual fuck is happening? And as the last syllable passed by my lips, the closet light clicked off.
Oh, no.
As though whatever or whoever was saying, oh, my bad, bro, I forgot you were asleep. Let me get the lights for you. Let me get the lights for you.
That would have freaked me out so bad. I feel like that was just like fucking around with her.
I would have loved if she actually heard from the closet, oh, my bad, bro. Like, I forgot you were asleep. Let me get the lights.
That would have changed this story.
The movie version that's like, oh, it's okay.
Oh, it's cool. What? But at this point, I'm like, nah, don't bother, because I sure as shit ain't sleeping for the rest of the night. The following day, I recounted the story to my good friend and fellow Butler resident, M, who listened with interest and said as nonchalantly as can be, sounds like Birdie is messing with you. Great. Nothing says happy holidays like a good old-fashioned haunting by the ghost of Christmas past. While I was thoroughly disturbed by her revelation, my inner Dean Winchester, of Supernatural fame, had sparked to life and was running through old episodes of Supernatural to remember how to 86 a ghost. Of course, salt and burn the bones. Brilliant. Or would have been if I fancied desecrating Bertrude's final resting place, which I did not.
Good.
And actually had no idea where it was actually located.
Even better.
I love how that was just like, yes, I will just burn the bones and salt them.
It'll be fine.
So I spent the next few nights anticipating her return to my room, and sure enough, 3 a.m. on the nose, TV static, closet light, and oh lovely, the mini fridge is now opening on its own. Like Birdie is rooting around for a snack.
Something about that is really funny. A mini fridge just like opening and closing by itself. I like that visual.
I like that.
Yeah.
That one doesn't feel as threatening.
No, that just feels silly. It's because it's small.
Yeah, it's small.
It's small, you know?
That would humanize the ghost for me. I'd be like, oh, I get it. You know, like in Casper when like Fatso, Stretch, and Stinky, they're eating food.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
see, ghosts get hungry too.
Help yourself. I love snacks.
Looking for a snack.
We got hummus. We got carrots.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
Let me know what you want me to stock in there. I'll do it.
Just leave a post-it.
Exactly.
I got a Costco membership. It's all good.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
Christmas stuff.
What
do you
vibe
like?
together? It's cool, Bertrude.
What do you like? I'll buy in bulk.
At my wit's end, I yelled into the semi-darkness, what the fuck, Birdie? Get a life and leave me the fuck alone.
I don't know if that was quite the way you wanted to go about that.
Yeah, that was mean. And swear to dog, in the midst of the static buzzing from the TV, I hear, Santa Claus is coming to town.
She said, get
The
that
song.
hat off of my GD portrait right
Damn.
now.
Then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I had just shat. The portrait. Birdie apparently was not a fan of her jolly old Saint Nick getup and decided to seek retribution by freaking me the fuck out until I removed it. So I scooted my flannel-clad ass out the door, down the hall, and skidded to halt in front of the damn portrait, ripping off the construction paper hat and beard in one sweeping yoink.
I love that they did it that night. They were
Yep.
like, you know what? I got you, bro.
Yeah, I'm not waiting.
I'll take care of this.
I trashed the offending paper and tape and slumped away to my room, the eyes of Bertie Maples Butler burning into my retreating backside. Bertrude. I peered cautiously around the doorframe into my room, and to my utter amazement and relief, the TV was off, the closet light was out, and no sound nor sign of any disturbance could be detected. Birdie had left the building. Well, not really the building, but at least she had returned to the West Wing, seemingly appeased.
But there was a little post-it on the fridge that said, get more Oreos.
I never heard anything else out of Birdie in my remaining time at Carson Newman, but I also never looked that portrait in the eye again, though I could still feel her chilly gaze follow me anytime I passed through the lobby. So that's it. I apologize for the lengthiness, but what can I say? We English teachers are a loquacious bunch.
Oh, I like that word.
I love that word.
That's an SAT word.
Right?
Yeah,
it
it
feels
is.
right, like loquacious.
Ooh, I'm going to try that on Scrabble.
There you go.
That's a lot of points.
Don't forget to keep it weird, but not so weird that you unwittingly insult the resident ghost of the oldest fuck creepy ass millionaire namesake of your college dormitory, and she decides to haunt you right before Christmas because your drunk ass thought it would be funny to dress her equally creepy ass portrait as Santa Claus. Bye.
That was a good one. That was impressive. That was really
my breath at
impressive.
the
That was great. Sarah, you need to be writing for like every movie and TV show. The
Truly.
writing of that, it was so good.
That was really good. I was there.
Painting a picture.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Or maybe a portrait. But
A Bertrude portrait.
I love it.
I'm waiting for the movie version of this too. Maybe Nick Cage will be this investigator investigating the door.
please.
You know,
He has to be.
Please.
Must
what's
be
going
in it.
on here, guys? Is there a ghost here? You know.
That was a
Bertrude,
really good
is that
impression.
you?
I like how southern you got there.
I know. So, whatever, man.
Those are both fantastic, and I loved them.
It felt right.
Well, our next one is Listener Tales Haunted Roads, the time I let my teenagers talk me into dumb shit, and I noped the fuck out of Hatchet Man Road, Michigan.
Why did you know? Why did you yes the fuck into Hatchet Man Road in the
Hatchet
first
Man.
place?
Yeah, that's absolutely terrifying.
I would have always noped out of there.
Me too. It says, "Hello, ladies. Here is my listener tale of the time I let my teenage daughters talk me into doing something I knew better than to do and saw a demon ghost girl and had to nope the fuck out of there. Please excuse
Okay.
the bad grammar and punctuation. When I started this, I had a cold and my eardrum ruptured as well. Oh, that's fucking awful.
That's horror.
That's my biggest fear. Oof. I think I get a new biggest fear anytime somebody tells us something awful.
There it is.
I kept myself busy for a small time doing this. Still not tech savvy. Still not tech savvy. So I did make you a putafa, but I didn't know how to double space it. I did make it a size 14 font for your viewing pleasure, though. So just know I tried. And we appreciate you. And this is perfect. I think it is double spaced. Hello, ladies. My name is Amber, and yes, you can say my name. You can also use my teenagers' names because if you read this on the pod, we will all just shit ourselves. Just poop everywhere.
I'm so sorry.
Not a good visual, Amber. Let's
Well,
start.
shit.
Well, shit. Literally.
That's some good shit.
Let's start off with the normal gushing. We love you. You ladies have made us laugh and cry and feel so many emotions. I appreciate everything you ladies do and all the time you take to making sure you have all the facts while respecting all the victims and their families. Thank you.
Thanks.
We started listening to your pod during the pandemic. I had never listened to podcasts before, and you were the second one I'd found, and I was hooked. Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70. The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. Quince makes it easy to create a summer wardrobe that you'll love, with elevated essentials made from premium materials like European linen, organic cotton, and washable silk, without the traditional retail markup. I love that! Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces that you absolutely will reach for all summer long. I absolutely love their linen. I have so many pairs of their linen pants, which you can dress up or you can dress down in the summer. Like, say you're going to a nice dinner, you can pair it with like a silk shirt, a really cute necklace, some good, makeup and an updo, or
If you're just looking for a more casual look, you can do the linen pants with like a loose button-up shirt and you still look really chic, kind of like, I don't know, Diane Keaton vibes, I kind of think. Also, it's not just apparel. Quince also offers elevated essentials for your home, from bedding and bath to kitchen essentials and furniture. They have it all, honey. I am a big lover of Quince, and I really do think you will be too. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/morbid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/morbid for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/morbid.
Then they'd listen to it with me in the car, and soon me listening without them would hurt feelings because they loved you just as much as I did.
I love that.
Thank you, guys. Listener tales are their favorite, and they've been begging me to send this in for a couple months, so I'm finally taking the time to do it.
Hell yeah.
So, when I was a teenager, I grew up living about a mile from the creek. This was a road that the pavement ended on, and about a mile up was a one-lane bridge that was over a small cold creek. It was definitely not the most perfect area to smoke pot and underage drink, the couple of beers that we'd hidden from our parents during the week. Nope. As far as my kids are concerned, their mother was a perfect angel who would have never done things like that.
No.
And that's definitely not why they never would get away with anything, because I had never been there, nor have I ever done that.
Of course you have not.
No, me either.
I believe that.
No way, Jose.
Never.
Now, fast forward to last summer when I was talking to an old friend from that time period, and she said something about Hatchet Man Road. And I'm like, where? And she says, the Crick, Amber. That place we used to hang out at is one of the most haunted roads in Michigan. Looking back, we'd never been there at night, except one time when my brother's car broke down. It just wouldn't start. So we ended up walking home, and as it got dark, I had been terrified. I chalked it up to just being scared of the dark and my brother trying to scare me. So I, of course, tell my kids about it during one of their sleepovers where they're all trying to scare each other. I tell them about how the man was scared of the apocalypse, built a bomb shelter where he made them all live until he slowly went mad. Then, trying to spare his family of what he believed was coming, he murdered all of them with a hatchet and then killed himself.
Damn.
That's dark, and I love that you told that story at a sleepover.
I know, I love it.
Nighty-night, kids.
Bye.
This turned into all four of them begging me to take them on a drive down Hatchet Man Road.
Those are some cool kids.
I love those kids. And you're a cool mom. At first I said no, but let's face it, I'm kind of a pushover and I love all the spooky things. And I've definitely created these monsters of mine, so I cave and I tell them all to load up.
I feel that.
Hatchet Man Road is still only a hop, skip, and a jump away from where I live now, so it didn't take long for all of us to pull onto the dirt side of the road and come to a stop. Just a pause so I could roll down the windows and turn off the radio to set the mood, while Alexis started recording on my phone and placed it back in the mount. It was fun, creeping at all of about 6 miles an hour and hearing all the cracks and breaks of the twigs and the chirping of the crickets. I'm there. I planned on trying to scare my kids like a good parent would.
Of course.
Asking if they saw that while actually seeing nothing, and if they heard that while knowing it was just their own heavy breathing. You know, just character building.
I love you, Amber.
I do too. My oldest daughter, Alexis, who's 16, was sitting in the front with me, while my middle daughter, Ashlyn, 15, was in the back with 2 friends.
Oh, I can't wait for this with my kids.
Oh my God.
I can't wait until they're like 15 and 16 and I could do this stuff.
If you don't pick me up on the way, you're fake.
Of course I will.
Let's go. So Lex started doing the normal talk to the ghosties, asking if anyone was there. If they were, and if they wanted to talk to us, they could. But there was nothing much. So we come up to the crick, and I pull over so they can get out for a minute and goof off. I get out with them, and friend number 1 starts telling us that she's had some medium experiences and that she's sensitive. The other girls, mainly Lex, started rolling their eyes at her. So, of course, I, being the sensitive that I am, tried to validate her. When we all just got a terrible feeling and heard the loudest woman scream from the woods.
No.
I'm unsure of the kids at this point, but me being the whole ass adult that I'm supposed to be at 35, stomach dropped, and I had zero issue at that point leaving a child if they did not get into the car fast enough.
I will leave your ass.
You better get in this car. We are leaving. So as we all fumbled over each other, tripping and getting into the car, we rolled up the windows and locked the doors because, you know, ghosts can't get in if the doors are locked.
Of course not.
As
That's the rules.
I know, right? As we flipped around and started to head out, friend number 2 and Ash were giggling in the back seat about how she almost lost a shoe and what on earth was that scream when friend number 1 grabbed my seat and said, "There's a little girl and she's crying."
No, I'd be out of there. I'd be like, you get out of
I'd
the
be
car.
like, out of the car, out of the car.
Like, no more.
Tuck and roll, baby.
Yeah, no.
I just got all quiet because, fuck that.
Indeed, fuck that.
Oh my God, that's absolutely terrifying. Sorry, I lost my place.
I would have literally, if she said that, I would have just turned around and been like, fuck that.
absolutely
Get out of
fuck
the
that.
car.
But then Alexis turned and looked at her all mean and says, "You're full of it. You're the only one saying those things to make yourself feel cool." I hit the brakes and was just like, "What's wrong with you? And why would you say that?" Lex says, "If there's really a ghost, make yourself known right now. I bet you won't, though, because you're just a giant pussy."
Oh, damn.
My jaw hit the floor. Friend number 1 said, with a shaking voice, says, "Lexi, stop. You don't say things like that."
She went full send.
She
with
did.
that.
I even chime in and tell her to stop. We were just trying to have fun, and now she was turning into a real jerk. She then started to throw her 16-year-old teenage attitude around, and I just looked at her and said, "That's it. We're going home. We're done."
You're being mean to the ghost. No.
I tell the kids to make sure that they're buckled and apologize again to friend number 1, who's visibly shaken and pale. Alexis isn't a jerk like that. She loves all her friends. She's a really sweet, caring, and compassionate kid. It was at this exact moment I went to turn the phone recording off. When I looked at my phone that was pointed in front of the car, my blood ran cold or hot. I don't actually recall if I knew the exact temperature, but I know that I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't even talk. I had just hand nudged Alexis, and she started freaking out, and soon all the girls in the car were shrieking. It was all I could do to reach up and push in the 2 buttons that screenshot in the trees. You could see the perfect little image of a little girl with long hair hanging around her face, just past her shoulders, and in one of her hands was a teddy bear. I would
like that at all.
pedal to the metal out of there. Goodbye, see you never, Fast and the
That's
Furious,
like a
let's
straight
go.
up little girl.
With a teddy bear.
teddy
The
bear?
teddy bear makes it real.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah, no.
I don't
no.
like that.
No.
And then like part of me would want to make sure that it was like not a real little girl.
just like hung up in the trees.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it.
I don't
hate
like it.
I don't like it.
So I look from the phone to the actual trees, and there's nothing.
Okay, well, I guess you checked. Now it's time to leave.
But I look back at the camera, and she's still fucking there.
No.
It's one of those things where you can't believe your own eyes. Open, close them, rub them. It doesn't go away, so it almost paralyzes you. But there she was, standing in the trees. You could feel her, or sorry. You could see her from her head to her feet. Black hair and a white knee-length gown with the teddy hanging from her hand. Her eyes were all you could make of her facial features, and it was the darkest, blackest holes I've ever seen.
It's Samara.
I literally hate this, David.
I don't like it.
Oh! Once I came back to the realization of what was going on and gathered my bearings, with teenagers screaming on all sides of me, I hit the gas and very, very vocally said, "Fucking nope, fuck that, no fucking way." We were no longer doing 6 miles an hour to get the actual fuck out of
We
there.
were actually levitating. We took flight.
It was weird. All of a sudden, we were
wild.
just flying.
Yeah.
In this moment, I no longer wanted to be the adult. I wanted my bed, my safe, and my warm bed. The one that has my big 230-pound burly husband in it. The same husband who probably would have said no and stuck with no. Because even though he's not the responsible one in the relationship, he is not going to go ghost hunting with teenagers at midnight. Nope, that was my dumbass choice. So we finally get to the pavement. The whole mile we had to drive out, feeling like an absolute eternity. And I head towards our house. It was a quiet ride until about halfway there. Lex turns to friend number 1 and says, "I'm really sorry I acted like that back there. I honestly don't know why I did. I just felt so angry and frustrated." And she says back to her, "That's okay. It wasn't you. It was him making you feel that way."
Oh, no.
And every single hair I have stands up on the back of my neck. "Well, girls, I have Sage. Every single one of you is getting some when we get home, and so is my car." The rest of the trip was all chatter from the girls laughing and giggling, and I just can't wait to get home and change my underwear that I'm pretty sure I've shat myself in. We pull into the driveway where we get out once again, tripping over each other to get into the house. Ash immediately grabbed the Sage, yeah, I did, and lit it. Well, Lex started mirroring the phone to the TV so we could all watch the video that we'd just taken. I went into my husband, still shaky and not exactly sure if I could feel my legs yet, walking up to him, telling him he needed to come out and watch this. So as we all sit there and watch the recording, there is nothing. The screenshot I took where the girl was, you can only see the blackness of where her eyes were.
Oh,
but
no.
that's it. So we all went to bed with 4 teenage girls sleeping on our bedroom floor because they were too scared to sleep alone. Now, I don't scare easily. I never really have. When I started, I was sensitive earlier. I just always know if a house is haunted, or not just from walking into it. I've cleaned houses since I was a kid with my mom because she owned her own cleaning business, and doing what we would call the empties, I'd walk into a good handful and know I was not alone. There's a couple great stories from the ghost who would slam doors and turn the lights off while I was in the room, but would stop if I sang along to my MP3 player. Or the one where I went to walk into the basement and was so overcome with dread, I refused to go all the way down the stairs. So while I was vacuuming, the hose came undone 3 times. The 3rd time, I was watching it, and at 8 months pregnant, noped the fuck out of there. But this is a road tales, so I'll save those for a later date. Hopefully by then I'll have another ghost story because I just moved into a house that was built in 1900 on a hill with a giant front porch overlooking the city where I can drink tea and glare with a cemetery as its backyard.
Ooh.
It really is just a witchy kind of perfect.
Hell yeah.
It sounds like it. Anyways, keep it weird, but not so weird that you think it'll be fun to go on a midnight haunted adventure with a bunch of teenage girls and realize that you see a little demon ghost girl and you no longer want to be the adult anymore and you nope yourself all the way home. Amber. That
Wow,
was so freaky.
In the Midwest too. So like Midwest, we got our haunted roads.
Yeah.
apparently.
Midwest themes. I love it.
You guys have like a monopoly on the haunted
Seriously.
roads. You really do.
Absolutely terrifying.
Damn, Amber.
Illinois, they're a little more stealth about it. It's like Cuba Road, like, yeah, it doesn't sound too threatening. Like the Hatchet, and I'm like, whoa.
I
hold
know.
on.
They're like Rainbow Road. It's like, that sounds nice.
That's a lot better.
This one's like Hatchet Man Road.
I'd take
Hatchet
the
you in the
orbs.
face road.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd take the orbs over the
Yeah.
little teddy bear girl any day.
oh, the teddy bear girl I don't like.
And the deep black eyes.
No.
I hate it's a
I'm not
scary,
into
scary
it.
thing.
I am not into
I
it.
don't like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good story though.
That was,
That was
a
a
good
really
story.
good story.
And then this little possible like spirit possession too, saying like she made
Yeah.
you feel that way.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, that she was suddenly being like nasty when she's really not.
She was like, yeah, sorry I was acting like a turd back there. That wasn't me. And she's like, no, it's fine. It was him.
And it's like, who?
We never got further explanation
Who?
on that.
Was it the Hatchet Man?
Maybe.
It was the Hatchet Man.
I think
I
it
think.
could
It's
have
like
been.
if you took Ghost and juxtaposed that with like Get Out. Like it's like
Yes.
you know, like when the ghosts would go into the bodies, but this ghost puts you in the sunken place, so you're fully aware of what's
Yes.
going on, but you can't do anything. That's
But
what
you-
it sounded like.
Oh, I don't like
I
that.
hate that. Guys,
Ooh.
you always send in the best freaking tales.
You really do. Keep it coming.
So good. I think that's probably all we have time for today.
Yeah, I got to go pick up my kids and take them to a haunted road.
Yeah, we're going haunted shopping, bitches. Get in.
Let's go.
Well, Jon, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for bringing stories with you too.
Thanks for having me on, and I adore both of you
We
just as
adore
podcast hosts,
you.
but as humans, and I can't wait till we have an in-person meetup, and
Hell
we'll do it in my
yes.
hometown at some point. I can't wait for that.
Yes.
Deep dish pizza.
BFFAF.
All the deep dish, all of it.
Is there anything you want to plug before we let you go?
Well, as people know, that was pretty scary. As every Wednesday, this we got a really fun list of movies coming out. So it's going to be a long first season, but we got other seasons planned as well. So just stay tuned, and I'll be doing some more of those mini deep dives on Instagram. Which look for that on my Instagram, and also Ash and Alaina are always very gracious about sharing it on their Instagram stories as well. So if you don't see it on mine, you'll see it on theirs. But at some point, you'll see it.
Because
Hell
we
yeah.
love you guys.
We love you and we love those.
Go
Stay
listen
weird.
to That Was Pretty Scary.
Well, guys, we love you so much. We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it
weird. But not so weird that you go ghost. No, I think you should keep it so weird that you go
Yeah.
ghost hunting and experience terrible things.
keep it this weird.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
We don't just alert, we stop crime before it starts. Simply Safe, plan starting around $1 a day. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplysafe.com/SXM or with promo code SXM.
Outdoor deterrence requires a Simply Safe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplysafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.
Talk about regrets. We all know someone who's been in a car accident and said, I don't need to call a lawyer, only to regret it after their pain and damages were worse than expected. When someone hurts you, you deserve to be compensated fairly. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, fighting for the people for over 35 years. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com/podcast. That's forthepeople.com/podcast. Their fee is free unless they win.